Well, hello everyone, Roger here, and welcome to my channel, Rogers Reads. So today I'm doing another book tag, and the name of the tag is the TMI Book Tag, which is actually 50 questions, so I'll try to go through them pretty fast. The original tag was created by JixBooks, and I will put a link to her channel below. So, on with the tag. Number 1, whose clothes style from a book character do you like? Do comics count? I've always wanted a big, large, flowing robe like Doctor Strange. Number 2, your book boyfriend fictional crush. Maybe Jace Wayland from the Shadowhunter series, or Magnus Bane. I think it'd be kind of fun to date a warlock. Number 3, ever loved a character but then started hating him. Not really, though the opposite has been true on many occasions. Well, maybe one. Maybe Mr. Wednesday from American Gods. Number 4, the biggest, longest book on your shelf. Longest book would probably be Bag of Bones by Stephen King. I think that's around over 700 pages. I do have a lot of nonfiction books that are really long, mostly software manuals like Photoshop and the like. Heaviest book on your shelf. That would be a book of photography I have on the bottom shelf. It's like that big and it's heavy. Do you have any book posters? Nope. Do you have any book themed jewelry? No, don't really wear jewelry. Book OTP, the one true pairing. Maybe Eleanor and Park or Simon and Blue. Or Magnus and Alec. Number 9, favorite book series. For that, I would say Charlie Davidson by Dorinda Jones. There's been 12 books in this series, and I've read every single one of them. And I think there's only going to be one more. Usually, it's rare that I see a series all the way through. I always give up, especially if there are a lot of books. But this one, I always faithfully look forward to the next book in this series. If you get a chance, check it out. It's really, really funny. Favorite book to movie soundtrack? Lord of the Rings. I actually listen to this while I work. A book story you miss and wish would continue. I'd have to say Anna Dressed in Blood by Kendara Blake. I really loved Cass Lowood and his ghost hunting knife. This is a duology, and I read the second one, Anna, Girl of Nightmares. But I'd love to read more about Cass Lowood. I really liked his character and all the secondary characters in the book. So I'm not sure if we're going to see any more Cass's adventures, but I hope so. Favorite standalone? This is so difficult because there are so many books that I love. And I usually only read books that I know I'll really enjoy. So at this current moment, I would probably say The Hate You Give or Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda. Since when do you read books? Since I learned how to read in school. I've always been an avid reader, and I actually read the entire Nancy Drew series and the Hardy Boys series. What quality do you look for in a book? I look for an interesting plot with multi-layered characters. Favorite author? God, I have so many. Again, it'd be very difficult for me to nail it down. I love Becky Albertelli. I love Sean David Hutchinson. I love Adam Silvera. Maybe Dorinda Jones, who's author of the Charlie Davidson series that I mentioned. Difficult to narrow it down, but those are on my top ones. Favorite book cover? Clockwork Prince by Cassandra Clare. I like this cover. I thought this is a cool cover. Clockwork Prince. Action or romance? I used to prefer romance. I was on an LGBT romance kick for a while. But now I'm more about action these days. Where do you go when a sad moment happens? Usually nowhere in particular. I'm usually reading in my room or my living room. What do? I wipe my eyes. How long do you need to finish a book? I usually finish most books in 2 or 3 days. Doesn't some books audiobooks will take me a whole month, usually. I usually listen to audiobooks while I'm doing dishes and cleaning and the like. How long is your mourning period? Well, not long. I usually pick up a new book the next day after I finish a book. I also like to write a review of the book right away in my book journal so I don't forget what the book was about and the plot line or storyline of the book. That way, and I find that journaling and writing reviews of my books tend to make the stories stick with me a lot longer. Least favorite book? Probably Moby Dick. I had a heck of a time. I read it, again, that was another one of those books I read in school, and I just could not get into it. I remember the excessive whaling ship terminology was kind of, it was a bit much at the time. Maybe I'll give it a try again. Give it a reread. Maybe now that I'm older, I won't find it so difficult to slug through. Turn on in a character who's willing to do the right thing. Turn off in a character. Probably characters who are mean or who are bullies to others. The reason I joined BookTube. I joined BookTube so I could talk about books. Most of my friends aren't really bookish, and so I don't really have anyone I can talk to books about. And sometimes I get so excited about the books I read, I'd love to chat with somebody about them. So now I chat with all of you. I do belong to a face-to-face book club, but we only meet once every 6 weeks. Name a scary book. I remember Pet Sematary by Stephen King. That was scary. The last book that made you cry, all it took was one look. The last book you gave 5 stars to, that would be The Dangerous Art of Blending In. Any favorite book titles? Actually, there are quite a few favorite book titles I liked. Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. That's a fun title. They Both Die at the End. Six of Crows. Kind of reminded me of a suit of tarot, like the Two of Cups, Six of Crows. All it took was one look. Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies. And Something Wicked, This Way Comes. I always liked that title, too. Last book you read, that was The Bear and the Nightingale, and that was an audiobook. Book you're currently reading, that would be The Sidekicks. Last book adaptation you watched, book to movie, Simon. That would be Love, Simon, based upon Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda. A book character you always wanted to talk to, the Harry Dresden from the Dresden Files. An author you always wanted to talk to. I think it'd be kind of fun to talk to Stephen Fry. He's so intelligent and so much fun. I also would love to talk to Sean David Hutchinson. Favorite book snack? I don't snack when I read. Book world you want to live in? Hogwarts. Least world you would want to live in? Definitely Hunger Games. Last time you smelled a book? Probably yesterday. I think every time I pick up a hardcover book, I smell it. Don't know why. It's just a thing. Apparently, since it's one of the questions, other people must do the same thing. Weird insults used in books. From the book Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, where George tells Martha, "In my mind, Martha, you are buried in cement up to your neck. No, right up to your nose. That's much quieter." Favorite romance book? I've read many excellent romances over the years, but one that comes to mind is entitled Don't Let Me Go by J.H. Trumbull, I think the author's name is. I also really liked a book entitled Scorpio Hates Virgo by Anita Sunday. That was a really sweet LGBT romance. That was a very slow burn, and I really like the slow burn romances. I'm not usually a big fan of the insta-love. Next question. Do you write? Yes, I do. I have 4 published novels with a 5th on the way. Favorite magical item? Broomstick. I think it'd be a blast to ride around on broomsticks. Your Quidditch position? You know, even though I answered broomstick for the last question, I never really liked the Quidditch scenes in Harry Potter, so I can't think of any positions offhand. Name a song you connect to a book. You know, I really don't have any songs that connect to the books. We are the ants. Maybe we are the champions. Favorite book-related chat-up line. Okay, you know, there's a couple that come to mind here. One of them is, boy, you must be a library book because I can't stop checking you out. And another fun one is, are you reading Fahrenheit 451? Because, damn, you're smoking. So use those if you like. Have you ever used it? Referring to the line. Nope, I've been happily married for many years. But even before that, don't think I've ever used a book chat-up line. Favorite book fandom. So I'm not sure if the question refers to real fandom or fictional fandom. So for fictional fandom, that would be Monstrous Sea in Eliza and Her Monsters. For actual fandom books, I'd say Harry Potter or Percy Jackson. Although I'm currently reading the Mortal Instruments series and I'm watching this Shadowhunters on TV, so you might say that I'm part of the Cassandra Clare fandom at the moment, but I'm still pretty early on into the series. How many books do you own? You know, if you count ebooks, I would say way over 1,000. I do have a lot of ebooks. I just did do a huge, massive unhauling, though, of my physical books. Got rid of a couple of hundred, donating them to the Friends of the Library, because my bookshelves were all full. I have 9 bookshelves in total, and they all actually are all getting pretty full again. Who do I tag? So you know this question, I'm new to book tag. I'm new to BookTube, and I really don't know how to tag people. I guess I'm going to have to look that up on Google and learn how. If anybody could offer me any pointers on this and how to tag people, how to know if someone tags you, that would be great. And that is it for the TMI tag. As always, I thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate your support. And I will talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.